The pro-abortion agenda is firmly entrenched in the Biden White House. Now, we know elections have consequences, but what's next? Every American who cares about the life issue knew that if Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were elected, that the pro-abortion agenda, the groups like Planned Parenthood, they would have a firm hold on the administration. We now have the appointments coming from Joe Biden and his administration. So what do they look like? Well, I think the best place to start is really HHS, Health and Human Services, because they oversee all of these rules that are really enforced by or ignored by the executive branch when it comes to life. The nominee to lead HHS put forward by President Joe Biden and his administration is totally unacceptable. I've actually signed on to a coalition letter on behalf of the ACLJ and a number of pro-life groups calling for the U.S. Senate to vote down his nomination, to say no to Xavier Becerra. But who is he? One of the, if not the most pro-abortion members of Congress. Anytime there was a pro-life piece of legislation or legislation that just was common sense, for instance, the Unborn Victims of Violence Act. Okay, so this was a piece of legislation that said that if you are in the commission of a crime and you intentionally harm a pregnant woman, you can also be found guilty for harming the infant, the unborn child in her womb. And if you do that, you can be punished. He was against that. He even is someone that's been called out by Mitt Romney, of all people, because of his strong support for partial birth abortion. It's hard for me to even get those words out. Who is a strong supporter of partial birth abortion? Well, Xavier Becerra is. Then he became the Attorney General of California. That's when it even got worse, because it was one thing when he had a vote on legislation. It was another when he started going after pro-life groups, pro-life journalists. He is the one who tried to bring criminal charges against those pro-life journalists who uncovered the sale of fetal body parts by Planned Parenthood, which violates federal law. He is the one who brought an additional lawsuit against the Little Sisters of the Poor. So his record as a congressman, he should fail as a nominee to lead HHS. His record as an attorney general, he should fail as the nominee to lead HHS, Health and Human Services. But also, the third, and I think even most important, he has no healthcare experience whatsoever. He didn't run California's healthcare system, like that or not, like how that system is run. He doesn't come from the healthcare world. He doesn't come from the hospital management world. He's not a doctor. This is a trial lawyer. He is not qualified to serve as the HHS director. There's so many reasons for U.S. senators to oppose this nomination. We just have to make it clear to them, whether it's because they're pro-life, great. Whether it's because they're moderate but understand that partial birth abortion, he's so extreme that he's going to divide the country. And then that third item, that he has no experience in this at all. He has never run a health program in his life. Xavier Becerra is a radical, pro-abortion, former congressman, former state attorney general who must be stopped. We are calling on you today to stop President Biden's pro-abortion, anti-life, against common sense, with no healthcare experience whatsoever, nominee Xavier Becerra to lead HHS. Tell your U.S. senators to vote no. Sign our petition today so we can deliver it to the U.S. Senate at aclj.org.